The Princess Cruises Sea Witch logo zooms forward, revealing a large cruise ship sailing in the open sea. This is followed by a visual of snow-capped mountains lining an ocean filled with large sheets of ice. Text appears reading, "Discover Alaska." A quick succession of images including a couple embracing on the outside deck of a cruise ship, with a large blue glacier in the background. A group of guests standing on the bridge of a cruise ship as it turns alongside a massive glacier. A couple looks out onto an icy mountainside beside a glacier, and an aerial view of a Princess cruise ship with a large glacier in the distant background. Text appears reading, "With Princess, the destination leader for over 50 years. The text, "More guests choose Princess in Alaska than any other cruise line," appears over images of a family kneeling along a rocky creek in the Alaskan wilderness, and a dog sled team running through the snow with large snow-capped mountains in the distance. A quick succession of images, including a couple looking out over a large body of water, a man and a woman petting a group of sled dogs, an aerial image of kayakers paddling through a narrow inlet surrounded by towering trees, and an aerial image of a white seaplane flying over a mountainous forest of trees, is displayed over the text, "Choose from a variety of breathtaking cruises." The on-screen text, including our top-rated Voyage of the Glaciers cruise, is displayed over the image of a large glacier calving into the ocean. The text, "Travel the farthest north with 2 glacier viewing experiences," is displayed over a close-up image of large chunks of ice floating on the top of dark blue waters with the reflection of snow-capped mountains, and a close-up of a large glacier calving and falling into the ocean. The on-screen text, "Glacier Bay National Park" and "Hubbard Glacier" or "College Fjord" is displayed over a quick succession of images, including an aerial view of a Princess cruise ship with a large glacier and snow-capped mountains in the backdrop, a large blue glacier with foggy clouds lining the mountains above, and a calm ocean with snow-capped mountains reflecting in the waters. A disclaimer reads, "Princess Cruises is an authorized concessionaire of Glacier Bay National Park." A couple gazes into each other's eyes with a large glacier in the background, and a young child wearing a princess medallion uses binoculars while out on the open deck. The on-screen text, "Navigate the narrow waterways of the Inside Passage," is displayed over an aerial image of a boat traversing a narrow inlet surrounded by forested islands, and a close-up of a humpback whale's tail fin emerging from the ocean. The on-screen text, "Visit Frontier-Flavored Towns," is displayed over the image of a couple walking through the streets of Skagway, Alaska. The text, "Juneau," is displayed over an image looking down at a cruise ship in the ocean from the top of Mount Roberts. The text, "Ketchikan," is displayed over the image of colorful buildings lining a wooden walkway in the Creek Street area of Ketchikan. And the text, "Skagway," is displayed over the image of a downtown street corner with old Gold Rush-style buildings in the background and multiple people walking in and out of various shops. An image of 2 eagles flying in slow motion is followed by 2 people taking in the view of a lush green valley from the top of Glacier Gardens in Juneau, and an aerial view of a massive glacier wedged between snow-capped mountains. The on-screen text, "Explore more of Alaska with a cruise tour," is displayed over a group of guests hiking through a forested trail and a couple walking alongside a Princess rail car. The on-screen text, "And combine an unforgettable cruise with a multi-day land tour," is displayed over a quick succession of images, including a Princess cruise ship in front of a large glacier, and a man with a flannel shirt looking through his binoculars at 2 large grizzly bears. The text Cruise plus Train plus Wilderness Lodge is displayed over images of a Princess cruise ship in the open ocean, a yellow and blue train round a corner surrounded by tall trees, an aerial view of a large red building surrounded by lush green trees and mountains, a train conductor walking with a couple alongside a blue and yellow train displaying the word Alaska, and an aerial image of a mother and daughter walking along a fenced path towards a wilderness lodge. The on-screen text, "Enjoy seamless travel with exclusive Princess Direct-to-the-Wilderness rail service," is displayed over the image of a Princess cruise ship surrounded by a large glacier and fog-capped mountains, and an aerial image looking down at a train traveling through a lush, green, forested area. This is followed by a couple enjoying a glass of wine while taking in a forested view, and an aerial view of a mother and daughter leaning up against a wooden fence, looking out at the water and trees of the surrounding area. The on-screen text, "Stay at Princess-owned wilderness lodges, nestled in the heart of the wilderness, on the doorstep of legendary national parks," is displayed over images including a close-up of a large brick fireplace, an aerial view of a red building surrounded by lush green trees, and an aerial view of a large building complex lining a large cliffside overlooking the ocean. The text, "Enjoy incredible views," is displayed over the image of a large snow-capped mountain peak. Text reading, "Every cruise tour includes Alaska's top 2 attractions, Glacier Bay National Park and Denali National Park," and a UNESCO logo is displayed over a series of images including a colorful forested area with large snow-capped mountains, a large glacier with snow-capped mountains behind an ocean of ice, a snow-covered mountain reflected in a still ocean, a large valley leading up to a massive snow-covered mountain, and a couple wearing bright yellow jackets walking through a snowy mountainside with their arms wrapped around one another. Text reading, "See Denali's Big Five," is displayed over 5 close-up images of a caribou, a white wolf, a moose, a Dall sheep, and a grizzly bear. This is followed by the visual of a man photographing the mountains from a cruise ship railing. The on-screen text reads, "Princess brings the best of Alaska on board." A logo reading, "Princess presents North to Alaska," is displayed over the image of a man with a camera on a boat. Text reading, "Cuddle with sled dog puppies in the piazza," is displayed over the image of a family of 4 holding baby husky puppies. The on-screen text, "Dine on fresh Alaska seafood," is displayed over the image of a bucket of shrimp, clams, and corn on the cob, and a family of 5 enjoying their food in a dining area. Text reading, "Cook my catch," is displayed over the image of a group of people and 2 young children holding fishing rods on a fishing boat, a woman smiling with joy as she lifts up her catch, and a chef presenting a large fish with garnishing to a table of guests. Text reading, "Meet local Alaskans," is displayed over the image of a woman showing guests a large green plant, and a Glacier Bay National Park ranger pointing out a glacier to a man and a woman. This is followed by a group of people in traditional costumes dancing with a person wearing a bear costume. The on-screen text, announcing the next addition to the Princess fleet, Discovery Princess, the newest ship in Alaska, debuting May 2022, sailing the Inside Passage from Seattle, is displayed over multiple images of a large cruise ship sailing in the open ocean. Text reading, and featuring Princess MedallionClass, a more personalized, effortless vacation with easy, expedited boarding. More of the vacation you love, is displayed over a quick succession of images, including a Princess cruise ship in the middle of the ocean, a couple wearing ocean medallions leaning up against a ship railing, another couple checking into a cruise terminal with their ocean medallions, and a man and a woman taking in a scenic view from the outside cruise deck. Text reading "Connect with the Great Land on Immersive Shore Excursions" is displayed over multiple images, including an aerial view of a sled dog team racing through the snow-covered landscape, a colorful train gliding around a forested mountainside, an aerial view of large sheets of ice protruding out of the ocean, a native chief wearing traditional indigenous clothing standing on a stage. A hiking leader points out the ice formations in a large blue ice cave. A large grizzly bear shakes water off of its fur in slow motion. Two lumberjacks saw through a large log, and an extreme close-up of an owl opening its large yellow eye. The on-screen text, "When you sail with the destination leader," is displayed over an image of a large cruise ship surrounded by fog-covered mountains, a couple embracing alongside a cruise ship railing, a small boat cruising along calm waters at sunset, and an aerial image of kayakers paddling through a narrow inlet surrounded by tall trees. Text reading "It's no wonder Princess is the #1 cruise line in Alaska" is displayed over the image of the side of a Princess cruise ship late at night. Multiple award laurels appear over an aerial image of the ocean. They read: Best Cruise Line in Alaska, Women's Choice Awards. Best Cruises in Alaska, U.S. News and World Report. Best Cruise Line in Alaska, Travel Weekly. Best Alaska Cruises, Travel Channel. Best Alaska Itineraries, Porthole Magazine, and Best Alaska Cruises, Cruise Critic. A Princess cruise ship sails across a calm sea. The Princess Sea Witch logo appears, as well as the following text: "We are staying atop health and safety protocols in our continuing effort to minimize the risk of exposure to COVID-19, which may impact our voyage and offerings, including amenities and itineraries. All U.S. voyages are subject to CDC cruise travel advice, which is available at princess.com/advisory.